Scrooged. Scrooged was released in 1988 and is directed by Richard Donner and stars Bill Murray and Karen Allen and many other people. And basically, the film tells the story of the modern day twist on the Christmas Carol story. So everyone knows the Christmas Carol story, you know, the Scrooge one where he gets visited by three ghosts. It's a modern day twist on that story. So we follow the character Frank Cross, played by Bill Murray in the film, who, as you might guess, he's a very mean man. He's not really nice to his employees, and he's quite cynical, he's quite self-absorbed, and at the same time though, he hates Christmas. But anyway, basically he runs this big TV studio, and this big TV studio is going to do a live Christmas Eve special of A Christmas Carol. So you can already tell us that on the notes. Basically, in the lead up to this live Christmas Eve special of A Christmas Carol, which he's organising, which he's doing all the preparation for, he gets told by his old dead boss that he's going to be visited by three spirits: the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas future. But anyway, basically Frank Cross, played by Bill Murray, is trying to do all the preparation for this live Christmas Eve special. It's the days leading up to the Christmas Eve special. But he gets visited by the ghost of Christmas past. And the ghost of Christmas past shows him what his childhood used to be like. He liked Christmas in his childhood, but his father was quite mean to him, and his family didn't really expressively celebrate Christmas. And then you jump to another period in his past, and then you actually see Bill Murray's character Frank Cross have his meet cute with Karen Allen's character, who is the love interest in this film. I actually really like what they do with the love interest in the film. I'm going to talk about that again a bit later. But anyway, basically, you see Bill Murray's character and Karen Allen's character, they start from a romantic bond. They start to really get along with each other. And you see that take place in the past. However, you also see them break up in the past, and because Bill Murray's character in the present is watching all these things take place in the past, he actually wants to go and change his ways. So he gets back in touch with Karen Allen's character, the love interest of the film, who now works at a homeless shelter, and he goes to her and says, "I want to get back together." And then she says, "I want to get back together too," and they get back together for a couple of minutes, but long story short, she realises that he's the same person that she broke up with all those years ago. He hasn't really changed that much. But anyway, basically, Bill Murray's character Frank Cross is still doing all his preparation for the live Christmas Eve special. Some other guys trying to come in and trying to do all the preparation for him, trying to overshadow him. But then he gets visited by the ghost of Christmas present. And the ghost of Christmas present, like the Christmas Carol story, shows him what the people think of him now. He gets shown his secretary's family and the way they're living, even with the money he's given and the way he's treating and everything. She's not really happy with the job, the secretary, and he sees that family. And that's quite interesting to watch, because it's a different take on the family, to say the least. At the same time, though, Frank Cross, played by Bill Murray, also gets to see his brother. And his brother and all his friends are all sitting around talking about presents and playing all games and everything. And all his friends are going about how they don't really like his brother. Frank Cross's brother actually defends Frank Cross. Even though, you know, he's not really been nice to his brother in the past, he actually defends him. And that's quite interesting to watch. And at the same time, though, as Bill Murray's character Frank Cross is being visited by all these three spirits, he's also in preparation for the live Christmas Eve special is going wrong. So basically, he's getting a bit mad because he keeps worrying that he's going to see the ghost of the future pop out at any time. And so everyone else around the set on the live Christmas Eve special are doing preparation, all think that he's going mad. But anyway, then he gets visited by the ghost of Christmas future, and the ghost of Christmas future shows him where he's going to end up if he doesn't change his ways. But again, this is all done in a modern day way. It's actually quite interesting to watch, and it shows what all the other characters around him. For example, Karen Allen's character, who's a love interest, is going to end up if he doesn't change his ways as well. But anyway, basically, long story short, after he gets visited by the ghost of Christmas future, you might have guessed what happens. He has his redemption. Frank Cross, who runs this big live TV studio, actually goes on air on the live Christmas Eve special of A Christmas Carol and spreads his Christmas joy. He tells Karen Allen's character he's changed and he wants to get back together with her. So Frank Cross, played by Bill Murray, has his redemption. Very similar to Scrooge in A Christmas Carol. So as you can tell from the way I've explained it, it's very similar to the Christmas Carol story, but it's got its own modern day twist. And there are also some other storylines running in this version. For example, there's this whole storyline to do with his employee, which Bill Murray's character Frank Cross fires in the first act of the film, and then he comes back in the third act of the film with a shotgun trying to shoot Frank Cross down because he fired him earlier on in the film. And that's actually quite funny to watch. It doesn't sound funny on the surface, but actually it's quite funny to watch in the film. But anyway, basically that's the plot of the film. It's a Christmas Carol story with the modern day twist, and at the same time there's a few more storylines running in there, and also the love interest plays a much more prominent role in this version of the Christmas Carol story, because there was actually a love interest for Scrooge in the Christmas Carol story, but she's only really in the first chapter or so, or the first act if you watch the film. She's only really in the first part of that film. She didn't really come back when the love interest was. In this film, the love interest, played by Karen Allen, plays a much more significant role in what happens in the film, to say the least. I won't give it away in case anyone hasn't seen it. But anyway, basically, I'm not even going to hold back on this review. I absolutely love this film. I think it's great. I just think what's so fantastic about the film is it knows it's a Christmas film, and it delivers. So much that, you know, it makes fun of the Christmas Carol story. It's telling, even to the point that they're actually doing a live Christmas Eve special of A Christmas Carol whilst Frank Cross, played by Bill Murray, is actually going through his own Christmas Carol story. I love that they did that. Yeah, it's on the nose, but at the same time, it's a Christmas film. They're always on the nose. They're always a bit, you know, being a bit cheeky and everything. When Christmas films are doing well, they're always being a bit cheeky. When Christmas films aren't doing well, they're not doing that cheeky. But it works well. You just sit there and it works. And it's also got some horror elements to it. The score of the film is done by Danny Elfman. He works with Tim Burton quite a lot. And Tim Burton, if you don't know, he's got a lot of horror-like films. I wouldn't say the horror films, but the horror-like films. And you have this fantastic horror-like score from Danny Elfman. The score itself, the musical score, shouldn't work, but actually it works really, really well. I don't know how it does, but it works really well. Because that's the thing I like about this version of A Christmas Carol. Even so, I was a huge fan of the Muppets Christmas Carol. I'm a huge fan of the film. I will watch it every single Christmas. I'll try to anyway. That film doesn't really have a strong horror element to it. Like specifically when you get to the Ghost of Christmas Future, you've got to have a horror-like element to that because that's quite a dark part of the story. Whilst in this film, you do. You have quite a dark element to the whole Christmas Future stuff, which works really, really well. Honestly, when I was watching the Ghost of Christmas Future, I was thinking this is the best version of the Ghost of Christmas Future I've actually seen on the screen. I mean, honestly, I think it's a hilarious film. I laughed loads, and the thing is, I don't think this film would have worked if Bill Murray was in it. But the fact is, Bill Murray is in it, so it works. And I just sat there and I smiled. Yeah, sure, it's not for everyone. I get that. I get it's not for everyone, and I get people will have problems with this. And I get, you know, it might not be people's favourite Christmas film, and it isn't my favourite Christmas film. But the reason I chose this to do as my last Christmas review on this channel in 2020 is because I've watched this film twice now this Christmas, and that's more than I can say for other Christmas films. Yes, it has problems, but it kind of goes along with the fact that it's a Christmas film so much that the opening scene of the film, they're all in Santa's grow. You see Santa and Mrs. Claus and all the elves, and they're all working around the Christmas tree and the Christmas presents. And then this action hero comes in, and he's getting shot by the other action man, and he comes to Santa, and he's like, "Don't worry, Santa, I'm gonna save you." And then Santa's like, "Good, because don't worry, you're on the nice list." Then you realise, oh wow, it's a Christmas special. They're showing an advert for a Christmas special there, and they get another thing there, and it's just things like that which it literally makes fun of TV shows at Christmas. I remember the second time I watched it, I laughed a lot more at that because I didn't know what it was the first time, and the second time I was like, oh, that's great. Because the funny thing was, the first time I watched this film, I did not like it at all. But the second time, I liked it so much. It was a weird thing that, you know, the first time I didn't like it, the second time I really, really liked it. And now I really like it. Now, again, Bill Murray is great in the film. I'm a huge fan of Bill Murray. And I don't think the film would have worked out, but he is in it. And he has those funny moments of comedy. And the modern day twist work. I like that the love interest is thrown in there more in this version because it's more satisfying at the end, just in a way. And yes, it's got an over-the-top third act. But you know what? When you have Bill Murray being Bill Murray in the third act, that's basically what he's doing. He's basically doing his Ghostbusters and Groundhog Day thing in the third act. When you have him doing that in the third act, you just can't help but sit there and smile and go along with it. It works because it's a Christmas film and it doesn't take itself seriously. It makes fun of the fact that it's doing a modern day twist on the Christmas Carol story. And honestly, I really enjoyed the film. Sure, it's not perfect, it has problems, and it's not going to be for everyone. But you know what? It was for me, and I had a lot of fun with this film. And for that reason, I'm going to say that Scrooged, I'm in the Christmas spirit. I'm going to give it an 8.3 out of 10. Don't be wrong, I know this film isn't for everyone. But you know what? It's for me. It made me laugh, it made me smile, and at the same time, it has those emotional moments which work really, really well. And I like what they did with the modern day twists. I know it's a Christmas film, and it delivers on that. Yeah, you know, it's over the top of cheese at the end, but at the same time, so is every Christmas film. And you know what? I really enjoyed Scrooge, and honestly, watching this film twice this year, it's really made me feel like Christmas, which I haven't really felt like so much this year, but I watched the film last night, and it really made me feel like Christmas now. And thank you, Scrooge, because honestly, it is a really enjoyable film. It made me laugh, it made me smile, it has emotional moments, but you know what? At the same time, it also delivers on what it is. It's a Christmas film, and that is why I like it so much. And so for that reason, I'm going to say that Scrooged is an 8.3 out of 10 from me. Anyway guys, what do you think of Scrooged? Please do comment down below and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Anyway guys, now that's it for 2020. That's it for Christmas. This is my last video of 2020. So thank you as always for watching, and have a very Merry Christmas, the best you can this year. And also have a very happy new year. Finally 2021, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So thank you as always for watching, and if you haven't yet, please do click down below and like, subscribe on this video. I look forward to many more, both film and TV reviews coming in 2021 on this channel. Merry Christmas and a happy new year. And see you guys again soon. But bye for now. Bye!